We're back with more indie Wavemakers, ladies and gentlemen. Shoutouts to Xbox for making this all possible. But right now we have a very special guest on stage because we have the developer of the Gambit Lost to Time by WizDream Games. We have Sir William. Hello, William. What's going on? Second time in a row in indie Wavemakers. Thank you so much for joining us. So tell me something about the Gambit Lost to Time.
The Gambit Lost to Time. It's the first time everyone will see this game.
Ooh, exclusive
because the
here.
game is not announced yet.
So
yeah, it's true.
This is an indie Wavemaker exclusive, folks.
Yeah.
So this is quite a unique title.
Yeah.
Tell me more about it.
Yeah, it's the first time we see when we make games, we have to search them on Google. It has to be the first game you search on Google. What I'm saying is quite serious, although quite simple. So we check the game title, something related to time, and we see this particular title is not there yet in Google. So let's take that name. Hopefully not one has trademark market yet.
Yeah, for sure. But for those of you who don't know, Gambit Lost to Time is a turn-based strategy with roguelike elements that revolves around a concept of turning back time. So how did you marry that time travel element with roguelike and strategy?
Yeah. The time traveling elements. So, can anyone see this screen?
Okay, let's actually transition to see the main screen here, folks.
Yeah.
So,
okay, so you use the girl with holding the orb. This is the time traveling advisor. We call her Mia. So you are supposed to be supporting one of the 4 kingdoms, as you see inside the orbs, as they wage war against each other. And it's when as you battle against the all the threats against the continents, and of course against each other as well, you will have to make sure that you can reach the golden timeline.
ooh,
Yeah.
okay.
And if you cannot do that, you have to preserve all your knowledge and bring them to the next timeline.
Nice. Okay, I like it. I'm kind of invested in this. The main protagonist looks great.
Yeah.
Let's get into some gameplay. I have the keyboard and mouse. We could bring this actually closer to your lap. So there you have it. Once again, this is an exclusive demo, folks. So early build and version 0.2.
I will give a disclaimer that something may not happen.
That's fine.
It's okay.
We're doing it live, folks. That's what Indie Wavemaker is all about.
It's a very quick introduction.
Sure.
This you are supposed to beat this boss called Velika. She's actually one of the 4 over there, and our main character is called Sergey. Must not be defeated, and we have the building called an HQ that must not be taken.
Okay.
The reward is so far is a placeholder, so it's okay for now.
All right.
Okay, we'll begin the battle shortly. Is that the music?
I believe so.
I don't hear so much.
Oh.
But as long as the stream is okay, it's okay
Copy.
Okay, little bit of introduction about the game, which we already talked about a bit before. This time is with that text there, I can at least see what I should be saying.
Sure thing.
Yeah. The main draw of the game is actually, yes, you are seeking to change the world's fate with one of the 4 rulers in the continent. Invest in the kingdom's infrastructure, bond with retainers, and lead your strongest troops against threats to the continent. As Doom approaches, your goal is to preserve knowledge for the next timeline and strive to a golden future.
Nice. So
In this demo, if you see the orb before, we'll be helping the guy on the left, which is Sergey, and his band of retainers, Sasha and Katarina. Okay, so the unit has 4 different stats. Actually 5, to be honest.
Okay.
There's the HP, which is the unit HP hit point, attack, defense, and rest. And there's also the movement point. We'll also talk about these 3 things later. A unit with lower HP will be less effective as they will deal reduced damage towards enemies. So make sure to preserve your HP as much as possible.
Of course.
Units with physical damages will be tracked against the enemy's defense point, while magical damages will be tracked against the enemy's resistance point. First things first, we have 2 enemy swordsmen staring at us over here in the map below. The villagers provide the perfect condition to stop their advance. The buildings and certain terrain like forests will increase the defense points of the units occupying such tiles. We will elaborate on that a bit later.
Sure thing.
These villages are currently neutral and should be captured so that we can get increased benefits from them. and move Katarina and Sergei to the villages by selecting them and then clicking the village tiles. Once we do that, we click again on the village to capture them.
All right. More.
Yeah, I know it's a bit long.
No, it's okay.
It's like-
Because
yeah.
there's a lot of rules before we get into
Yeah,
combat.
but we should be able to elaborate, make this a bit more intuitive in
Sure.
the future. Okay, it's a bit of a lore, but for Sergei's kingdom is Winterbrand. They specialize in mages. So yeah, their mages are strong, but their other troops are a little bit weaker as a
Balance
result.
of it, yeah.
But there's a good thing about them, because the mages attack using magic attacks is very good against enemies with low res.
Okay.
Low res is low resistance, not with
Low-
450.
Under 4K,
Yeah.
low res. Okay.
Okay, the mage bottom on the bottom is able to immediately attack the swordsman over here. It's there in the map, the no for red, but she cannot attack the archer over there. But we can aggro the archer.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Draw aggro. Okay.
There's one more thing that's a bit unique, I guess.
The barracks
Oh,
and units
oh,
recruitment. Okay.
Yeah, we'll be able to train additional troops in our barracks, and then troops can hire this using gold and supply. As this is the supply, by the way.
Oh, all right.
Hire different unit times based on the strategy you wish to execute, and obviously there will be more unit times coming on the full version of the game. Some of them coming from the feedback we gained from this convention alone.
All right.
Let's start a bit. First things first, we should capture some of the buildings, as we
For
said
sure.
before.
Yeah.
We click on this tile and then
Advancement. There you go.
capture.
Nice.
Yeah.
Building our, expanding our.
Is
our
expanding our rule. Okay, as we say in the tutorial, this mage can attack the swordsman immediately,
Ooh.
and then this mage also able to attack the archer over here.
From across.
These two
but-
mages will see a lot of mileage, so we'll keep them here for now.
Nice.
And we can recruit a unit in the barracks. For this one, we should be recruiting a cavalier because they can move quite far away, and they are hit quite hard.
So the barracks are only there. Or can you move the barracks further down the line?
We cannot move the barracks. That will be a bit unfair.
Yeah, I thought. Okay.
Yeah, and all the units recruited in the barracks, well, will not be able to move on the turn they are recruited.
Ah, okay. Summoning
Yeah.
sickness.
If you have played games like Fire Emblem before,
Oh,
and
yeah.
where the reinforcements come on the end of your turn, you will understand what I mean.
Okay. A little bit of shout out to the Fire Emblem fans out there. So
Yeah.
we're confirming the end of our turn. We're passing it on. So now it's the enemy phase.
Yeah.
Okay, that's still fine.
Yeah.
Wow, look at
As
that.
we talk about Fire Emblem a bit, I'm not going to shy away from saying this game is inspired by Fire Emblem.
For sure.
And if you see the barracks, you can see where the inspiration from Advanced Wars are coming from,
Mm.
and where all the HP are just up to 10.
So we talked about inspirations, Fire Emblem, Advanced Wars. What's the inspiration for the story? This time traveling element.
What's the inspiration? From what we see, there is really a time traveling elements in Fire Emblem to a certain extent.
Yeah.
It's a QRL feature that was added in Valentia, but a little bit about the villages. Thanks to the villages we are resting in, we receive less damage from the swordsman attacks.
Oh, okay, there you go.
And the buildings in our control, we recover. We'll recover the occupying units HP by 2 at the start of the turn.
Okay.
But this recovery will cost gold based on the unit's cost. And finally, we talk a bit about the skills. This is Katarina has the skill recover, which allows her to recover 1 HP each turn for free. Pay attention to what skills do and strategize effectively with them.
Okay.
Obviously, in the full game, you'll have a lot more skills, which will make it will be very thought-provoking to build your best units.
Ah, okay, perfect. So
Yeah.
noted on that.
Yeah.
So now,
But for this particular convention purposes, we'll select the skill for you.
okay,
And
copy.
yeah, as we said before, the mages here will have a lot of mileage.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's a barracks over here, we can intercept one of their units immediately. Okay, and in any case, we should attack a bit. But let's go back to the previous conversation. What did you
Inspiration when it comes to the story, because we were
Yes,
talking about inspiration of the game style, but time travel. And you
Yeah.
said, well, there are some elements of time travel.
Definitely, Fire Emblem has some elements of time travel, but it's typically a little bit limited. Can we talk about some spoilers in Fire Emblem Three Houses?
Whoa, spoil. Okay, go ahead. It's
It's
fine.
when,
Yeah, go.
it's when the Daddy Gerald dies. There's a limit to what Violet can do. But in this case, when you time travel, you can pretty much time travel back to the start of the game. That is very
That's
different.
important. Yeah, for
a
sure.
very important thing. But what I think is very interesting to note is like the advisors probably support all four kingdoms at some point in very different timelines. What do you think will happen when they face each other?
Well, that's true.
think
That's actually, I would love to see the end game, because what is the golden timeline with all these four kingdoms trying to clash against each other, right?
Yeah.
So I can't wait to see how that. I mean, the
Yes.
story aspect is what
Yeah.
intrigues me the most.
Yeah. Story is, I would say the start is, the premise is quite simple. It's when one fateful day, all the kings and queens are dying, and for mysterious reasons.
Dun,
And
dun,
then there are, their children have, such as Sergei and Velika over here, have to succeed the kingdom while being very young. And obviously, with all the suspicions around, they will accuse each other of being the perpetrator.
Of course.
Yeah,
It's treason.
it's
Betrayal. But
we are supposed to be so peaceful, and why suddenly people are fighting?
okay.
And all the main characters are a little bit of detail about them. There are 5 characters because they will represent the 5 stages of grief.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, nice.
So Velika is actually, she looks angry.
Yeah,
Because
so
she
that's
repre-
anger, right? It's-
Yeah, because she represents the first phase of depression.
Huh, okay. What are the
the-
5 stages of grief? Can you
It
run-
says, first is
Anger,
anger,
anger.
the second is denial,
Denial.
the third is bargain.
And then I
The
just know
fourth-
acceptance is the last one. But what's the fourth?
Acceptance, the last fourth is, I think, depression.
Depression before acceptance.
Yeah.
Okay, wow.
Sergei is actually depression.
Oh, he's depression? Okay.
Yeah. So he start a bit wishy-washy.
Okay. Who's bargaining then?
With bargaining is Mia actually.
Oh, Mia's bargaining.
Yeah.
Ah. Okay, then last one who's acceptance.
Yeah. Last acceptance is one of the other male character.
Oh, okay, okay. Without revealing too much.
Yeah, it's what.
Okay. Dang, thanks for telling me that. That's a little insider knowledge or Easter egg knowledge for us to be able to
Yeah.
appreciate the game more. So we have
Yeah.
2 Cavaliers on the field now.
Yeah, but we'll see if they can actually get some action.
Okay. It seems like, yeah, by the time they reach it, it's done already.
Yeah, a lot of the battle. I will tell you a bit
Okay.
about this current demo. Supposedly Verika is above here,
Oh, okay.
but it makes more sense from an actual game perspective.
Okay.
But when we see a lot of players, it will take very long time to reach here.
So, yeah, William, let me ask you this. Since this is like the first build of the game, how
Yeah.
can you envision it in the future with more time and
with
more
more
preparation?
time. From what we can see, the skills are something very interesting, but we need to convey it better.
Okay, okay.
It's what I believe as well. It's what the feedback from other developers are giving us as well, and I agree with them, of course.
Okay. And tell us about your experience so far, because you have a booth, and how was the reception been for a Gambit
Yeah.
Lost in Time?
Yeah, this performed above expectations, to be
Nice.
honest. We came here, we prepared this demo in just 2 months, with the art direction starting before that. But I guess you can say a bit on and off because we are working on another game as well. We'll talk about it if we have some time. But so you can say the artwork starts about 4 months, and the tech side, which is the actual programming and all, was two months, and
Wow.
probably two or a bit, 2.5, I guess.
You made it right
Maybe
in
we'll-
time for
yeah,
indie Wavemakers.
Yeah, I guess a bit. Yeah. I did do some groundwork laying the coding framework and all. But of course, the fact we are able to get something here in just 2 months, and with a game
Incredible.
of this scale, is very impressive from the team.
For sure.
Of course, I will take this opportunity to say my thanks to the team that of WizDream Games that work on this.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And like you said, this was your 2nd year in a row here in
Yeah.
Indie Wavemakers.
Yeah.
So you have other. I mean, I wasn't here last year, but
Yeah.
you guys you guys had a pretty big year.
Oh, It's an enemy phase. So
Oh my gosh. What do we do? Oh, sorry.
So it's okay. But what happened here was that we were on enemy phase. We are supposed to just defeat the enemy ruler, Berica. And once that happens,
Spare.
Yeah.
Spare.
So you have to.
Oh
This will affect what ending you get.
Okay.
Sorry, we are a bit
Yeah, I was
distracted with
very
something
disturbed. I was
outside.
like, what is that? That on the screen, that scared the heck out of me. But anyway, so what are we doing here? Kill or spare?
Okay, so this will not do anything for this convention's purpose, but it will affect what ending you get.
Okay.
It can of course be genocidal. And yeah.
Are we going to be agents of chaos? Are we going to go with the kill?
Let's
go spare. Yeah, we
just
spare.
them.
You win. There we go.
Yeah. I know. Well, there will be these two currencies. What we do here is to create a choice between the player on what to prioritize. As we said before, there will be a segment where you will invest in your kingdom's infrastructure, upgrade your units, your heroes, and bond your citizens and everything else.
Okay.
That currency to invest in the kingdom's infrastructure will come from this particular resource, which you will get by capturing a lot of buildings.
Okay, perfect. So
then, the other currency is when you clear the stage quickly. So it will give you a choice. This currency should be used for getting the global upgrades, which you will bring out to your next timeline. This is where I think we can give an interesting choice for the players. Whether they want to prioritize their current run by taking the scenic route and capturing all the buildings, or they want to speed run a bit and maybe prepare themselves for the next run.
Okay, I like that. Different play styles. If you want to go for the completionist route, or if you want to go like the speed runner routes. That's awesome.
We did. Of course, I have extensive experience playing tactical games from Fire Emblem, and there's Advanced Wars as well. Typically, we want to prevent scenarios where people will turtle with like their dead ball, and and walk very slowly and cautiously. It's safe, but it's probably some way to make some chaos on the battlefield.
That's true. Okay, I like that you're able to think of that. That's awesome. And considering that this is just an early build, I think sky is definitely the limit for the Gambit Lost in time. But William, we're kind of wrapping things up already. What can you say to the people that are watching Indie Wavemakers right now to the future of the Gambit Lost in time, and how can they follow the journey of the Gambit Lost in time?
Actually about that. We didn't have a trailer right now.
That's okay.
But as you may have seen in the stream. But you can follow our Instagram, Discord, and even our newsletter, and in our website. So how do we give the website?
Well, just say the website.
It's the you can say it's the WizDreamGames.com. This is our, but very soon we will announce the game, and it will have its own dedicated website. We already bought the domain, don't worry.
Hey, okay. I cannot wait for the game to drop.
And as we spoke before, for us, our experience is already above expectations. I'm very happy to receive such valuable feedback from everyone, developers and players alike. And there are already players saying, hey, how can I wishlist this game?
Hey, let's go.
I'm sorry, but we are so busy preparing for this that this game is not ready yet.
That's fine. We just gotta wait for it.
We should be able to announce this game before the end of this month.
Let's go.
And we can feel free to wishlist by then.
Let's do it, folks. Wish list when it does come out. But William, thank you so much for the time.
Thank you so much, Foch.
Appreciate the conversation that we have. So stay tuned for the Gambit Lost to Time, folks. It will be out in just a bit, and we will be back in just a bit. We're going to take a short break over here at Indie Wavemakers. Thank you.